Alright, so in the previous video, we went ahead and finished installing the radiator. However, I didn't put into much thought that I ran it with no coolant for about a good 5 miles, pulling over and driving again, pulling over when it overheated and driving. So after the startup and after bleeding it, unfortunately, it blew the head gasket. Now, I'm so depressed, but it's okay. It's gonna be a long journey, but it's fine. However, I do want to either slap on a K20 head, or I'm still getting information, still looking into a swap I want to do. But right now, the plan is to get the head out, and depending on what I do, I might just take the motor out. Who knows? But in this first video, I'll just be taking off the intake manifold, air box, air hose, all that intake stuff, and start taking off all the panels on top so we can probably slip the head out. And if anything, make it easier if I do need to pull the motor out with the transmission. Excuse me. But yeah, let's get to it. So I just disconnected the battery. Now I'm just taking off the air box, which is held by that one. A 10 millimeter right there. Just put it right there. And this 10 millimeter. I usually just pull that off right there. And that comes off, and it's just held on by like 2 balls that you should just be able to pull off right here. Oh, disconnect the sensor right here. Sometimes it helps pushing it back in, pressing it, and then slipping it out. There we go. And just go ahead, take off the whole box. There we go. And there's your air box. Next, take that off. It's the side right there. Unbolt this for sure. So just get her turned out. After taking off the whole air box, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the manifold. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another bolt right there. 6. So this part of the harness. She pulled up with her friends. She asked if they could get in. I said, but what you mean? She said she got her own weed. She don't beg for anything. It's gonna be free. However, it is still not, only because there's a hose back there, my G. So just pinch that shit off, and then this sucker is yours, guaranteed. Like that, you just slip out the manifold. There's your starter. So yeah, usually at this point, my head is already kind of, screwed, but I just have it. Just putting something right there. Even though we're gonna take this off, I still put like something to prevent something from falling in there. Like a bolt, nail, something that might slip, Give it a good cover up. Right there, you can work peacefully. But on the other hand, yeah, so right now I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect this inlet. I'm pretty sure it's an inlet. I'm not sure if it's an outlet. Thermostat's right down there. Right here. Thermostat. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna just disassemble this. I guess we don't really have to disconnect anything other than unbolt it. I mean, it's gonna stay in its place, right? I don't know. After that, I'm gonna be taking out this back plate. It's 3 bolts, but we'll get to that right now. Yeah, so once you unbolt all those, I personally am gonna leave them connected, like such as the hose and the connector, because I am just removing the head for right now from what all I know of. And oh yeah, one thing I did forget to mention, you're gonna need to get that 10 right there and that 10 right there, that little sucker right there. Yep, you're gonna need to get that one, so that way we can not only remove this whole water neck, you know, but like detach it freely, because that's another water pipe, another cooling pipe. I guess it's to the heater core. But yeah, let's do it. So correction, this one was actually a 12. So oh no. Yep, I fucked up. I'm pretty sure I fucked up. If it's not on the fucking floor, that shit went inside the tranny. Yup, it went inside the tranny. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna need to take apart the transmission as well. Or if I get lucky, I can use a magnet to get it out, because that shit fell right in that motherfucker. So guys, that 12 millimeter had a little scare. I was taking it off and I was mentioning how that's actually a 12 millimeter, not a 10, because I don't want people to get all anal about it, like, yo, it's a 12. But when it was slipping out of my hand, it slipped out of my hands and it fell. And I thought it fell in there, and I was like, shit, dude, I knew I should have put back that boot for that, you know? So I was pretty sad for a second, and then I'm like, damn, can I maybe snatch it out of there, you know? And as I'm looking, that shit is right there. Let's just, you know, for safety measures, just launch that shit out. You know, we don't want that shit going in there. But anyways, yeah, that should give you a little bit more free play. Oh wait, no, sorry, need to get this 10 mil right there. So yeah, once you get that 10 mil, you should have more play and be able to take this part off. Correction. Disconnect this right here. Yeah, you're gonna want to disconnect that. That made it a whole lot easier. So that's completely off. So next we'll be taking off the plenum. I'm not too sure what to really go by this, to be honest. The plenum manifold. Yeah, I think it's the plenum manifold, but it's the second part of the manifold that just holds your fuel injectors. But yeah, I want to just unbolt those. A few more bolts right here and there. This one we might need to be using a wrench, but that's no worries. Or a swiveled socket. We'll take off this bracket to get to that bolt right there. Yeah, alright guys, so to get to these two, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the fuel injectors. So that way, maybe taking off the actual harness will get out of the way and give us some room to play with those bolts. Now after disconnecting them, there are two 10 millimeter bolts that hold the ground for the fuel injectors, so unbolt those. Now from there, there's just a hooker right here. Pull up, a hooker right there, pull up. Harness comes off. From there we have some more space. And yeah, more space. Yeah, so gotta improvise, you know what I'm saying? Ouch. Look at the intelligence in this tool, you know, like at every angle it grabs the nut. Just like, I'm just gonna keep it PG rated, you know, and we'll just say that this tool does an excellent job of, what the fuck is that? Yeah, he was just passing by, sorry about that. Look at that. Oh, I was talking about my hand. You thought I was talking about the actual tool? Come here. Give me my nut, please. There she is. And I'll just put that on one of those. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this should come off. Now let's take a deeper look. Why, shall we? Oh, hello there, little fella. I'm gonna remove you. Yes, we are. Okay, so it does come off, don't get me wrong, but I completely forgot about this coolant hose that goes in there. So yeah, just disconnect it from this hose clamp and it should be free. I would just keep an eye out for the fuel. Cut the hose off, and just to not fuck with the fuel injectors, we were able to press this little clip that this line was connected in right here. We were able to disconnect that and take out the whole plenum manifold. So now our head is almost exposed. Let's just disconnect a few more things on this side, and from there we will be taking off this whole plate so that we can lift the whole head out. Alright, so I went ahead and took off this 10 right here. It was holding this bracket which holds the fuel line, the return line, and I believe as well as the harness. So yeah, it's just 110 right here, 110 right there, right behind the harness. So that gives us a good amount of play right here. As you can see, all that's attached is the harness to the coil packs. So right now we're just gonna go ahead and take off this plate. It's only 1, 2, and 3 on the other side as well. We're also gonna have to take off that bolt all the way the fuck back there. It's a little hard to see. Yeah, there's a bolt back there, as well as one in the middle. Oh yeah, you have to take this part off. We'll take it off right now and I'll show you guys what I mean. So yeah, guys, that bolt and that bolt and this metal bolt which holds the plate, which I already put away. So now we were able to take that off as well as the whole cover. You have to take off the wiper arm, which is like a 17 nut. And then we're gonna take out the spark plugs, the coil packs, and then the spark plugs. Well, not the spark plugs, but just the coil packs for right now. Leave the spark plugs in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10mm bolts. Alright, so for right now, I'm gonna just leave them right there. Actually, just pop them out. But other than that, we're gonna be taking off the nuts or bolts for the valve cover, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you have it, guys. After removing all 6 nuts, I thought they were bolts because I had a D series kind of prior to this in a way. But anyways, yeah, so once you take off those 6 nuts, your valve cover should be free to go. However, it won't be easy removing it. I did have to go back and forth on this side and this side, prying it off slowly, but it was surely coming off. Please don't call her Shirley, her name is Raven. But yeah, that concludes this video. I guess when we're putting everything back, I'll more thoroughly explain how I was able to get more free space right here. You just kind of have to pop these suckers off on the side over there by the fenders. You kind of have to pop them off, as well as it would help removing the wiper blade arms. Wiper blade arms are just held by a size 17 nut on this end, and for that side as well for the driver. But yeah, that concludes today's video, or this video, of getting more access to the head. Now, next one, we will be removing the exhaust manifold as well as the timing cover. And depending on how the video ends up going while I'm recording and stuff, I might as well just take off the chain. And third part, I guess, I don't know if it would be a third part or within that second video, I'll just be removing the head bolts, starting off by the cam bolts and the cam caps, and then from there the head bolts, which are right underneath the cam caps. It's kind of hard to see the sucker, but they're right there. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it.